Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to Snack Thoughts. I say welcome again to my podcast, Snack Thoughts. And what is my thought for tonight? Well, my thought for tonight is going to be forward thinking. And again, I'll say it, be forward thinking. And so when I say forward thinking, what exactly do I mean and what am I talking about? To be forward thinking means to be creative and to think outside the box. It means to forecast and to think ahead, think about the future, and daring to be different for your individual growth. And so when I'm thinking about forward thinking, I look at certain environments where maybe the crowd or maybe people from the block or the old neighborhood, they may be set and stuck in a certain mindset. And then you may always have these few or always that one that thinks differently from the group. And because this individual thinks differently from the group, they are therefore able to make progress and go to places in different spaces that the rest of their group didn't go because they didn't think or dare to be different or think outside the box. And I find, that, it's nothing new, that often we as human beings, we're creatures of habit, and most people tend to stick within the norms of their group. And there's always going to be those few, I guess, that are known as, I guess you call them outliers, the outliers, they do things differently and they move to the beat of their own drum. But to be forward thinking, what it does, it enables you to make progress in life, and also it keeps you from becoming stagnant. Because if we do what the crowd does, or what people on our block in the old neighborhood is doing, then you'd never step out and reach your full potential. And a lot of people, they choose to remain in a set way of thinking because to be different is, I guess you can say, maybe it's uncomfortable. It's a challenge, and maybe in some ways for some people it might even be scary. But when a person is forward thinking and they're seeking to move forward or to explore new territory, a lot of times there's going to be a lot of naysayers, questioning you. Why are you doing that? You're different. You're an oddball. Or the group, may push the one that's forward thinking or the outlier, push them outside the group just because they're different. And many times, individuals that are forward thinking, at times, various times and periods in their life, they face rejection from their actual home group. And because of this change and difficulty and challenges, it actually forces them to find other individuals or other groups to link up with. Change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. And sometimes the masses or the groups that we left behind back at home, they don't understand, they may not understand you. But if you're going to make a change and get different results, you got to do something different. And it all begins with your mindset, your mind. How do you think? Do you just go along to get along? Or do you actually try to do something different. Push the envelope. And when I say push the envelope, I mean in a positive way, not doing any negative activity. But yes, be forward thinking. What are some good examples of individuals that may be forward thinking? I like to use, say, maybe inventors. Our modern day inventors, would be someone, say, like Elon Musk. With his different ideas and even coming up with SpaceX. You could look at Bill Gates with Microsoft. Companies that are formed such as Apple. And of course you have Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Some people, he's not anybody's favorite cup of tea because I guess they consider Amazon to be like slave drivers. They treat their people, but nevertheless, for what he's accomplished. These individuals, these are modern day individuals. Steve Jobs, I just think about Steve Jobs with Apple. But these are individuals that had vision. They had vision. And granted, did they get the resources that they needed? But nevertheless, they were still very talented individuals. Very talented, and they could see something that others couldn't, and they were able to use their abilities to create something or invent something that had not been done before. Yes, forward thinking. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. If you want to think about, I would say forward thinking. I would say that individual is always going to be on the cutting edge, and they always stay ahead of the curve because they're a visionary. They're thinking about the future, but not only are they a visionary, but they're also, they put action, to their vision, sound planning to their vision. Because if you just have a vision, but you don't have no sound plan to go along with it, then basically you just wasted time. Or a vision without sound planning or something concrete and action added to it is basically nothing more than a thought. It's just a thought. So to be forward thinking, you have to act on your vision, but you have to use wise and sound planning. And that means that if you have an idea or a concept or maybe a better way of doing things, what is it, how do I get this vision to become a reality? How do I get it done? What are the resources that I need? Who are the people that I need to hook up with? Well, yes, be forward thinking. Don't stay inside the box. And we could look throughout history. You wouldn't have McDonald's if Ray Kroc wasn't forward thinking. And granted, in his case, he didn't hit his stride till his 50s. We could look at Warren Buffett. Probably, arguably, if not number one, probably number two, world's greatest investor. And he obviously, didn't hit it big. Really big, until I believe in his 50s, I believe. So it's never too late. But, these individuals, they thought differently from the crowd. If you really want to think of some forward thinking, look at the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. Even though we can't, identify him, but he's, one of the founders, of Bitcoin. Now that's some forward thinking for you. Some digital currency that's peer to peer. How about that? And look what it has become today. Now, granted, people might look at the dips that's going on with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin right now, but it bounces back up. But look at where it started, and what is it at? Something like maybe sitting now, probably about maybe 35,000. 35 or 37,000. But look where it started, and look how far it came from. Kind of like came out of nowhere. But Who was the individual that had that vision, and then they added sound planning to it to bring it into a reality? Those are just some examples of forward-thinking individuals and creative thinkers. A creative thinker with a vision and someone that had sound planning and reasoning and the ability to put it into action. But I'm just leaving you with some more food for thought. Be forward thinking. Don't stay in a box and get stagnant, because if you stay thinking with a stale mindset, then you don't grow. You become stagnant. And what happens is that you get left behind, or you wind up under and behind the power curve instead of getting in front of it and on top of it. All right, guys, but that's all I have for this one. Again, be forward thinking. Think about it. Have a vision, add some sound planning to it, and bring it into a reality. Figure out, how do you do this? And don't be afraid to be an outlier or be different. There's nothing wrong with it, so long as it's all positive. That's all I have for this one for Snack Thoughts. And I thank you for listening. Thank you for those that are subscribed. And I thank you those that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And so please subscribe to Snack Thoughts. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. Yes, my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube, is EricBroadus YouTube.com. EricBroadusYouTube.com. So please go on over there, subscribe, and smash that bell to become a subscriber. And smash that like button to like the videos and leave comments and dialogue. If you don't like the videos, hit the unlike button and leave some comments. Love the dialogue with you. Everybody has a right to their opinion and to their point of view. And push it out, and please join Snack Thoughts and share them both. Snack Thoughts, you can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Radio PBM, Spreaker, Listen, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media platforms. So please push them out and share. Eric Broadus YouTube and Snack Thoughts. Yes, indeed. Share them with your family. Share it with your friends, with your frenemies, enemies, rats, dogs, goats, bats, cats, squirrels, possums. Share it. Push it out, guys. But thanks for listening, and consider that. Be forward thinking. All right, guys? That's all I have on this one, and I will see you soon. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. Peace.